welcome back again to the 80s Movie Den. So for this episode, I just wanted to talk about some CDs that I picked up recently. I don't think I've ever done a video about CDs on this channel, and I've got quite a few. I started collecting CDs when I was in high school, and over the years I've accumulated quite a few. I have given away some, I've donated some, and I've basically just kind of kept my all-time favorites, artists and albums. But I did recently pick up some CDs, which is funny because I had them once, and when I was at my local thrift store, I saw them, and they're so cheap, and I just felt like I needed to add them to my collection since I still have quite an extensive CD collection. A lot of 80s and 90s stuff, some newer stuff as well. But I will do some CDs, some CD videos in the upcoming weeks and months because I've got a lot of really cool music to share, not just vinyl, but CDs as well. So we'll get right into it. There's 4 of them here. And those of you that are into music and know music will know these bands and these albums for the most part. So we'll start with the 1989 CD Pump by Aerosmith. This has a really good set on it. It opens up with Young Lust, and then the song Fine, Going Down, Love in an Elevator, which is of course one of their singles off of this album, as well as, where is it? It's in here too. Janie's Got a Gun. That's another classic from this album as well. So Love in an Elevator, Janie's Got a Gun. Those were the 2 videos I believe that they made for this album. Correct me if I'm wrong. Voodoo Medicine Man is a great song. What It Takes. They're all great tunes. I think there's 10 of them. Yeah, I think there's 10 songs on the album. So really great CD. And I've got some other Aerosmith stuff too. And I did have this one originally, and then for some reason it must have slipped my mind because I got rid of quite a few, and I'm sure that some of the ones I got rid of was not intentional. But this is a great CD, so I'm glad I have it. It's a little damaged, but that's all right. The CD itself plays fine. Now this was one of my favorite albums growing up. Def Leppard, Hysteria. I had this on cassette. I never had the CD. I looked for it on vinyl, but it's so expensive. And even the CD itself was really elusive. It was really hard to find, which says a lot about the album because I think a lot of people just, they aren't getting rid of it. They're keeping it in their collection. So I was really happy to see this one on the shelf, and I picked it up. This is probably, arguably, my favorite Def Leppard album, only because it was my introduction to Def Leppard. This came out, I believe, in 88 or 89. Actually it says 87 here. And again, I got it on cassette tape, and I wore that tape out. I loved this album. Woman, Rocket. I remember playing Rocket over and over again. I loved the chorus in that song. Animal was another great one. Love Bites, a classic 80s love ballad. Pour Some Sugar on Me. I mean, that's a classic tune. Almost everybody knows what that is. Armageddon It, Gods of War, Don't Stop, Don't Shoot Shotgun, Run Riot, Hysteria. Hysteria is another awesome song. Excitable, and Love and Affection. So just a great CD, and I'm really happy to add that to the collection. I still have a CD player, in fact, so I do listen to these from time to time. Once the summer comes around and I have a little bit more time on my hands, I will go back to listening to my albums and my CDs and maybe watching some more movies. But I've been so busy with work and stuff, so I haven't had a lot of time to get to, other than the Friday night features, there's not much time for much else. So this was another great album, John Cougar Mellencamp. He's really mixed up. He's been mixed up lately in a lot of political stuff, which is I just don't understand why they do stuff like that. They should just stay out of it and stick to doing what they do best. Alienating half of a population is it's a silly thing to do. But that's just my one man's opinion. But I still love him as an artist, and love his songs. And we've got Hurt So Good, Jack and Diane, Hand to Hold On To, Danger List, Can You Take It, Thundering Hearts, China Girl, Close Enough, and Weakest Moments. Again, this is one song after another. Just put it in and let it play itself out. Great CD. Now this band here and this album may not be familiar to everybody. I call these bands, they're like cult bands. There's a band out now. They've been out for quite a few years, but I don't know if you've ever heard of Steel Panther. But they resemble very much this band here. And this was a classic 80s band. Great songs though, awesome songs. And the first time I ever listened to this was at an old friend's house. We were growing up in elementary school, of course, in the 80s, and he had two older brothers that had a lot of really cool music and vinyl. And I remember him putting this in, and yeah, this is awesome. The name of the band is Jackal. Let me know in the comments if you know this band, if you're familiar with the band, and if you know any of the songs. But I Stand Alone, Dirty Little Mind, Down on Me, When Will It Rain, Redneck Punk, the Lumberjack song, which is an interesting song. It's just a bunch of chainsaws. And the list goes on and on. There's 11 songs on the album, and really catchy, hard driving rock tunes. Good instrumentation, great songs, really great songs, and really cool band, Jackal. Give them a listen if you haven't. So those are my 1980s CD pickups. Hope you enjoyed it. I've got a lot more CDs that we can talk about on the channel. Just let me know in the comments if you're interested, and I'll highlight some more CDs as we move along. If you're new to the channel and you're stopping by for the first time, thanks for coming by and checking it out. This is an 80s based movie channel, but I talk about popular culture, not only of the 1980s, but the 1990s as well. And pretty much anything that I enjoy, anything that I collect, and all types of cool stuff. So if you're interested, check out my other videos. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. And this has been the 80s Movie Den. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.